Hey guys, welcome back. Happy New Year. It is your boy, your host, Hebot, coming at you once again with another episode of Toys in My Closet. And we have another exciting episode. So I hope you guys are doing okay and I hope everything's well. I'm a little late with this review that you see here in front of you. But of course, nonetheless, like I've told you guys before, I have to do things based off my schedule and how I gotta get things done. I can't keep up with the Joneses to do things just to keep up with everybody else doing things on YouTube. My schedule is different. I'm just grateful and appreciate that you guys make it here every time and check my stuff out, because I know you as the audience don't have to do jack shit. You come here because you want to show me love and you enjoy what I do, obviously, in some way, shape, or form. So today we're going to take a look at the mostly brand new release of Masters of the Universe, a multiverse, Princess of Power Hordak. And as you can see, he comes in the deluxe window box style, which this box style of this deluxe version is the box that's a little bit, wider, as opposed to the Beastman that is smaller but bigger and girthier. This is the windowless window box. As you see there in the bubble, you see Hordak in all of his glory. All the pieces really nice, packed in the window opening. Princess of Power logo, Hordak there, Mattel in the corner. Here is the barcode, masterverse in the top of the box, 30 points of articulation, and it says Hordak, ruthless leader of the evil horde. And then on this side it has a beautiful artwork of Hordak there in Filmation style, and then in the back it has another beautiful artwork of Hordak in Filmation style as well. And if you notice there, as you can see in the silhouette, you'll see the leech and you'll see Mantenna and the cross cell for all the figures and this wave. As you can see there, it says the same thing, and it says, banished from Eternia by his pupil Skeletor, the vile Hordak rules the planet Eternia from the Fright Zone with the cruel technology and dark magic. This ruthless tyrant delights in the pain of the misery of others, even those in his evil horde who are most loyal to him. So he's that sinister and vile, that he even tortures his own minions that work for him and are loyal to him, because he's a freaking bastard. So guys, here is Hordak. I am late to the scene, but again, like I said, he is well worth the time to take a look at, and I am going to do a couple more figures before I get to my 25 best figures of the year. Before I do it, because I do have a lot of figures that I want to review that I didn't get to, and I want to include them in the list with actual proper reviews on my channel. I'm not going to be able to get to all of the ones that'll be on the list, but I'm going to try to do a couple more. So look for that video to come out sometime by the end of January. I will try to have it out at least by the January 30th or 31st, so you guys can see my list. Even though it'll be a little late, but at least it'll be done, and it's better late than never. So guys, sit back, relax, enjoy a digital drink, and join me for the ride and the journey of this review and unboxing of Hordak from the Princess of Power line and from the Masterverse universe line from Mattel. And hopefully you'll enjoy. So I'll see you guys in a blink of an eye. And here we have Hordak out of the packaging and in all of his glory. And he really looks really nice and has a nice amalgamation of different Hordaks from the look and style and aesthetic of the cartoon and even the toy itself. So let's take a closer look at Hordak. And we'll start off with the portrait of his face. And you can see all the little fine details within his face that look somewhat soft but still look kind of animation. And the head sculpt, as you can see, is like a pearlescent white. And it is separate from the cowl, so you have movement on the head. And here's the cowl with the bones in the matte gray coming down in the shoulders and on the side. And never before have we had Hordak with these bone layers on the side that are actually open. So it's really cool. Let me tab this back in here really fast for the sake of the video. I'm trying to push it, but it's not going in for me. It's not cooperating. No. Anyway, it's never been open like that, and you can see it's on both sides, which looks cool. You can see his skin coming through it, and then his skin is like a bluish purple. On his arms, he has the beautiful Hordak logo with the nice shiny red. The patch on this side, all matte black. I wish that the symbol, instead of being a shiny black, would have been in red, with the wrist gauntlet in a matte black. And another one on this side as well, with the matte black Horde symbol instead of red. Then he has a newly designed belt, which is all silver, but the design is new. I've never seen that design before. With the black loincloth, that's supposed to be fur. And you see the sheen on the legs as well. Nice and shiny, but it's like a purple blue. And then we have the bones around the top part of the boots, right, which are separate. But you see they're like in a silver gray to match the silver on the hinge part there. And the silver duct foot tips that he's had. And none of the other Hordaks before this one had that detail. And then you see the Horde symbol on the shin guard of his foot, right, in black, which I wish they were red. And then the cape is a nice, cloth material, a nice sheen to it, as you see in this red. And overall, the black, the blues with the red and the purple blue of the skin really make this figure pop, and it looks really, really good. So Hordak looks really, really nice as far as his new look here for Princess of Power. Now let's look at his accessories. So zoom back a little bit. Maybe around there. Take a quick. And here we are. Let's take a look at his accessories. First and foremost, he brings this red plastic fire effect that's supposed to look like blasting effect coming out of his cannon. There's the peg there, which he never had before in any of his other iterations. Then we have his classic Hordak shield. This time it's not just the symbol, it actually has these pans in the top and the bottom that make it look like a shield underneath, and the symbol was engraved onto the shield, which is also really cool and different and distinct in comparison to other Hordaks. Yes, he brings another extra set of hands, which is 2 fists, which more than likely I won't really use because he has so many weapons. You kind of got to use all the gripping hands. He has 1 robotic claw to change for his mechanical arm. Then he has the actual arm that you can switch out with the cannon on the end, because in the cartoon, in Filmation's Princess of Power, he morphs. He's electrical. So he's kind of like liquid metal, and his hands change to different weapons, and so does he, I believe. And then his classic bow arrow in a nice pearlescent white as well. See the kind of like the bat face with the red eyes. And then this part here is supposed to be the arrows, which look to be like in liquid blood, like a liquidy blood look to them. which is kind of cool with the white. It really pops and gives it a good contrast. So that is what Hordak brings as far as his accessories. So now let's take a look at his articulation. So as far as his articulation goes, his head does go left, does go right. He can look down about that much. He can look up, but the cowl kind of gets in the way. But he looks up a nice normal amount, and he does have the tilt side to side. His shoulders go up about that much, 180 degrees. The usual bicep swivel, the usual double, elbow. You see pinless elbows, and swivel on the wrist, and this hand in this case goes outwards and goes inwards. And I want to point out that his hands are very soft and pliable, like gummy-like. And in this side is the same thing. Hinge goes left to right, and he has the waist swivel, and he does have that other torso cut, but because of the style of his armor and bodysuit, you can't really move it the way you could with other figures, but it's still there nonetheless. And then we have a nice Van Damme split, which is always good. The thigh swivel, of course. You double on the knee, a boot swivel, and then the hinge that goes back that much and goes forward that much, and then it has the forward pinned rocker, as you can see. And then you could kick up the leg about that. Want to do it forward, let's say. Want to kick forward, you can kick forward like that, and kick back a little as well, like that. So the range of movement on these masterverse, like I said, is far and beyond anything we were able to accomplish and get with Mattel's classics, and that's one of the big reasons why I really appreciate these new Eternia Revelations Masterverse line in comparison to the classics, because although classics may have more detail in the painting, in some cases more realistic look for some characters, these characters are doing many things, and these figures in Mattel are doing many things that are a lot better and more modern, that makes the figure stand out more, like pinless joints and like cloth goods like you see here, and of course all this amazing and wonderful articulation. So you can get mad and upset all you want. I'm just trying to speak the truth out of what I'm seeing with the facts in front of me. And so here is Hordak with some of his accessories and in a dynamic pose, which is something that you couldn't really do before with something like the classics. And that's what makes these Masterverse so really cool, and I think, in my personal opinion, pretty special, and even sets them above and in front of what classics offered us. And I have the classics one. I even have the Staction and some other stuff. And this Hordak just looks really, really phenomenal. I even have the Filmation stuff from Super 7, and even the classic one that they tried to do in this color of Hordak, which also look cool. And again, like I said, he just looks really, really cool, as you can see. Now what we can do is we can kind of change him up. We'll remove his bow arrow, and let's remove, I believe I have to remove this whole arm, because, yeah, there it goes, you see? and we'll peg in the mechanical arm, and then we can put in something like the claw on him. As you can see, I'm trying to do it on camera. It's a little bit hard because I haven't put it in, so kind of got to fit it in there. There you go, snapped in. There you go. And so now we have them like this. You can tuck in the shield, for example, like so, and then have them like this in the forefront. You see, and that looks really cool right there. With his hand, his claw hand. Or you can also do where you just take the hand off, and then just use it as a regular blaster. Maybe you could bring him back this way, this whole cannon, and face this way. You know, the evil foes in front of him. Open up his cape, of course. Make him look forward. Lift up his arm. Make him look forward. And move his leg a little forward like this. And you can have it where he's passing him right in front. Like so. And that looks... That right there, folks, also looks cool. As you can see, in the blast effect, you can turn him sideways. Again, opening his cape. And you see that it looks really cool, especially if you're displaying him on a shelf. You have a nice amount of toesability options that really look cool, stand out, and will keep your shelf exciting and not really boring. So I think that's awesome. Now let's do some comparisons with Hordak, you know, before we finalize the review. So here we have the comparison of the ones that I have out and available in front of me. And you see I have the NECA Staction. Let me lift this up a little bit more. NECA Staction. I have the Mondo Classic Colors Hordak, and then I have there the Mega Construct Hordak, and they look awesome together. I still have the Origins. I have 2000X, like I said. Not the 2000X, the Classics, Formation. Pretty much every single Hordak that came out. I have. There's a Mondo one in this same motif, but I wanted the one that was based off the toy because that's the one I grew up on, and that was my first introduction to Hordak. So let's move it right along. And here we have Hordak next to the Origins Terraclaw Skeletor and the Master Universe Origins King Randor. Let me see if I can push him in a little bit more, like so. Yeah. King Randor, and you see there that they scale very differently and their girth is very differently, but you can still tell they're Masters of the Universe products. So we'll move right along, and here he is next to the Masters of the Universe Revelations Skeletor and Masters of the Universe Revelations He-Man, which I did do a head swap. That's why it doesn't look like the same head sculpt it came with, but it's to give you guys an idea. Then we have, and here we have him next to the Super 7 Conan the Barbarian Arnold and the Mythic Legions Figura Obscura Krampus, or some call it Krampus. And you see how cool they look. They're all on the same scale. You know, you can kind of get away with, anything like this, for example. And here we have Hordak next to a Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, and next to the NECA Gears of War COD Trooper. And as you can see, again, different lines, different scales, but still it looks really cool next to each other. which would look really nice on your toy shelves. So guys, now let's go to the end of the review and my final thoughts. And here we are with Hordak on the spinner. And again, guys, this Hordak figure has been out for quite some time. And it is a very, very good figure. Some places I don't think even got Hordak, and they were supposed to, because of, I guess, mix-ups in the orders and stuff like that, from Mattel, from some distributors. But right now, if you go to any of your local Targets, you might have a good chance of finding him on clearance for a very good price. I think it's $13.99 to be exact, because I've seen him a couple times in some of my local Targets. I bought him obviously day one because I'm a He-Man fan, I'm a Masterverse fan, I'm a Revelations fan. I like what Mattel is doing with these figures. I'm not stuck with the idea of only enjoying the retro style stuff like Origins, like a lot of people are. They just don't collect anything but the vintage stuff or Origins because they think that all the other stuff is not good, even though it is. A lot of them have opinions without even owning it, which is odd, but they do. And that's not my case. In my case, I like to collect everything that is He-Man related. That's why I'm even collecting the Mondo stuff, which is more expensive and higher priced. But anyway, this Hordak figure is really, really good. It's an incredible figure. The cut-off goods, the pinless joints, the paint application is really well done, really clean. The removable pieces of, on his armor, you can take off the cowl or the cape and just leave the cowl to leave it more like the Formation style. The added pieces for the special effects, the interchangeable hands, the extra arm to pose it with other weapons and accessories. I don't know what else can I say. Just so many things that is really good with this Hordak figure. He just looks really good, and he pops on the shelves, and you look at him in presence right in front of you. He just looks really good. It's a really good figure, and for the price point, you can't go wrong. I think Masterverse and Mattel, with the Revelations and this new Turkey stuff, they're taking it really, really to a next level of He-Man that we should have gotten long ago. With the 2000X, when they came out, they weren't articulated at all. And I don't know if it was due to not the technology not being there, because it was there. I just think that they chose to go the cheaper route because they didn't have the faith on the property to see if it did well enough back then. But I think if they did, even the 2000X line would have done far superior than what it actually did. So guys, there it is, your Masters of the Universe, Princess of Power, Masterverse, Hordak. And he's fantastic. I'll give it a thumbs up. So let me know if you liked the video, and let me know if you didn't like it with a thumbs down, of course. Share it with someone you think might like it or might enjoy it. And as always, you guys can find me on any of the social media platforms, or on here on my YouTube channel, of course. Share this video with someone you think might like it. Hit that notification bell so you can always be notified when I do new videos, when they pop up. And as always, you guys can always hit me up on DMs if you want me to ever highlight something, or you want to donate something to the channel for me to review it, showcase it. It would be my honor, it would be my pleasure. I would be more than happy to do so. If you guys ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, from the kindness of your heart, because you have the means to it, just because you like my channel, you like what I do, you want to help me grow and grow and do bigger and better things, there is a way you can do so with the Patreon and PayPal information. Again, like I said, it's not mandatory. It's only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. This is your host, T-Bot, signing off, guys, on another episode of Toys in My Closet. This has been a good one. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I got a couple more before I do my top 25 fast figures of 2022. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.